Everybody, welcome back. It's Business, and I am neck deep in ranked. That's for sure. I'm probably not going to end up playing much of the random battles because I despise zone so much. But it's I'm having fun with this challenge with ranked. I'm doing everything I possibly can to get wins and stuff. I've only had a few matches where I've been knocked out early, but there's definitely times where it feels like the game is fighting you, like trying to do everything it can to make you lose. But if you're playing a battleship or you're playing a destroyer, the way that the two of you can work together, those two classes are the key to winning in ranked. And if you have battleships working with destroyers and vice versa, you can create opportunities for both and make the enemy ships fall into traps like this, where obviously if he was able to dodge those torpedoes, he would have exposed himself to my full broadside there, and that would have killed him. And then on the other hand, if I'm forcing a ship to turn away and go bow on, or turn with his tail facing me, that may put him in a better spot for my destroyers to send torps down into him. And I beach myself sometimes a little frequently. This turned out to be a pretty... I'm not sure if it was advantageous or what, but I nailed a shit out of that Tirpitz for 22,000 on, I think it was 6 hits. And this poor Pensacola, he was helping me out really a lot up to that point, and that just sucks. I feel bad for that guy. He did try to help me, so props to him. The carrier on our team comes in, swoops over my head, and drops torpedoes on this Tirpitz, which certainly helps me out a lot. But obviously the Tirpitz is sending off another salvo here, and now we have a Pensacola in play too. And I'm wondering how the hell I'm going to get out of this one. I'm just trying to avoid getting the full set of torps, and that Pensacola picked the wrong fight, and I almost escaped it, and I end up beaching myself anyway, so... And yeah, we ended up losing that one, unfortunately, but it was at least entertaining at that point. But one thing I've seen a lot of, I'm not going to dog on cruiser players or really any particular class or whatever, but regardless of the class, I've seen a lot of people doing exactly this, and I mean, not anticipating that torpedoes are going to be coming around the corner when you have smoke around there and everything. And not only that, there's 3 destroyers that are still alive. So I don't understand the thought process. And you see that that first cruiser that went ahead, he's left with just a sliver of health. And look at that, the next cruiser moves up and he's doing exactly the same thing and pretty much the same results. He's going to get nailed by a torpedo and lose far too much health. And yeah, so just kind of shitty when that type of stuff happens. Easily avoidable type of stuff, but I do make my own mistakes as well. We'll see a few of those in a minute. But decided to head back because we lost our cap at A, and there's a bit of a situation here with a few destroyers. I saw that there were at least 2 of them there, and then the enemy Amagi as well. The destroyer that's behind me on the minimap on my team, Avon Gun, huge props to him for being a badass. Really, this is the type of teamwork that I really like experiencing in ranked. It makes it so much more worthwhile even in a loss, that at the very least, there are people paying attention. So, it's not all doom and gloom, of course. I mean, there's definitely really bad moments. This was the start of a losing streak, unfortunately. I think I had won my first match, and then this was the second match of the night or something, where it just went downhill really fast. And at one point I was 3-8 on the night, and I had gone all the way back to rank 10 with 1 star. So I was almost back to where I started completely. So anyways, the Avon gun runs in, drops a smoke screen for me. I'm still getting targeted though, so that indicates that there's another ship that's over here. So it turns out all 3 destroyers are down here, not just the 2 of them. And we start seeing walls of torps, and I wanted to use the smoke screen to turn around and go right after the enemy Amagi and engage him, and that was a good move. And naturally, he just has only a couple thousand HP left. I never seem to seal the deal with my damn salvos anymore, so, but that's okay. Have friendly torps coming in after him. I'm not loading HE just yet. I am still anticipating having to fight the Amagi in this situation, and I'm going after him, but I'm cutting my speed, as you can see. I'm trying to buy myself some more time. I only fire 2 of my turrets at the enemy destroyer, and I don't know how the hell I missed that, but a lot of weird things like that happen. The Amagi gets taken out by the secondary guns, and there's actually been quite a few of those kills lately, so I think there's a few more later in the video, but I finally choose a target, dump my remaining shots into the Mayhan in the back there, and you can see on the screen, look at my situation, there are 3 freaking destroyers right next to me. Oh my god, this is not good. So I switched over to HE, and my ally, Avon Gun, killed the Mayhan, so that's good. What's also really good is the fact that the Mayhan just blanketed his teammate with torps. So I was just cracking up watching this, because like I saw it coming, but oh my god, that is incredible. It's only the second team kill I've seen in the 50 some odd games of rank that I've played so far this season. And all of those torpedoes go way wide, so I'm not sure if the dude that got team killed there, if he panic dropped and just hoping to get the torpedoes out and trying to get back to focusing on maneuvering. But yeah, I mean that's a really shitty way to die in ranked. I mean, totally avoidable. That guy did not need to send his torpedoes out like that. And my secondaries did earn me a Confederate against this Hatu Haru a moment ago too, but you can see he's really close to dying. I'm trying to will my secondary gunners to do some work there and get the kill, because I didn't want to have to dodge any torps. I did slow down and crank it hard to starboard and anticipate the torps, which are way off. So I'm not sure, again, if he was expecting me to do that particular maneuver, but again, the best scenario to be in a battleship when facing destroyers is them behind you, and you going away from them, because you have so much more time. Now this is really interesting. Watch the sequence of events here. So 13,000 on the Nagato, and 12,000 more, and another 12,000 more, and not shitting you, this dude was just going in a straight line, another 18,000. Those were the first salvos of the game. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, how it amazes me that people don't maneuver more. And if you're taking damage like that, you've got to react. I mean, look at the way the destroyer's trying to move and get the hell out of the way and still complete his objective, right? I don't know, it's just kind of weird, but the whole bow-on thing, I've seen a lot of North Carolinas especially doing this, and that's okay. I have no problem switching over to high explosive, and you know, I've got my cruiser back up there to help me out, so worked out pretty well. And again, sailing broadside, just, yeah. I don't know what people expect at that point, but this kind of looks like a mirror from the other clip that I showed you of North a moment ago, where we lost against the destroyers. You know, you kind of get into certain patterns of things happening. There was the enemy turrets here, one of the last ships alive, and he had gone in, tried to cap A, and I needed to respond. The enemy Atago that's over there has almost no health. He's just on a sliver of it. And speaking of which, I mean, mine is obviously pretty damn low too. So trying to anticipate something here. The enemy, or the friendly cruiser that I just looked at a second ago, he has almost no health. I think he's actually at like 700 health. So this guy could actually change the match really fast, considering the team's position over at A or B. If he kills both of us, which he's perfectly capable of doing in a single salvo, they're in the position to win, and our team is out of position to be able to try to combat him. So this was a very particular scenario where this is a very close game, much closer than sometimes you would want. And you could see too, there's only 75 seconds remaining in the match. So I anticipate that he's going to launch torps either through the gap that is straight ahead of me or to the left. And sure enough, he sends his salvo off to the left. So that means that I've got his starboard side available. He's not going to be able to launch torps when I come around this turn, this island here, and throw down into me and knock me out. And at this point, I'm now, with our point total, I'm able to die, and we can still win. So I'm not as concerned. And sure enough, catch him in the turn, which means Citadel. Oh, well, actually not Citadel, but he's dead. I want to take a second, though. Look at the experience totals for everybody in this match. This is by far the best match that I've seen in rank so far. Like, everybody was involved. So props to everybody that played that one. Definitely the type of matches that I would like to see more. But I did switch over to the Turpits for a while. I did not have very good success with it. And again, individual effort, yes, but like that. But it took a lot to make things happen, and that was my bad for going in the same damn direction for way too long. But yeah, it just, damn, I only had, I think I was 2 and 4 with it or something like that. Just really not good. But I had 115 or 113,000 average damage in it. Switched back to the Imagi and had this match, which was a total brawl. There were 5 Imagis and like 7 or 8 destroyers in this match, so it was pretty damn nuts. I nuked the stock Imagi and then got in this situation here against the other two. This would have been a totally different outcome if the Imagi that's off to my right on my team, if he had turned around, but unfortunately he was going away, which gave the closer Imagi a better chance to survive and do more damage to me. I needed him to push north to be able to hit the Imagi in front, who's going backwards now. I needed to get him trying to move or like turn or anything like that, and it just didn't happen. And the dude shooting the wrong damn ship anyway, so oh well. Might as well see if I can take anybody else down with me, so yikes. Triple sit, and at this point I'm like, screw it, we just need to make something happen here, take that guy out. And I do end up getting killed by that Imagi, and then watching the Imagi that is on my team here after I'm dead. Great little brawl here. The secondary is just firing away, and the enemy Imagi earns one of the more rare medals in World of Warships. I personally still haven't had this happen yet, even though I've detonated enemy ships with my secondaries and whatnot. But nice slugfest here, and here comes the finishing salvos. But the enemy there gets the close quarters expert, which is yeah, just exceedingly rare by my standards at least. But now, unfortunately for the Amagi from last round on my team, I just nailed the shit out of him in the next match. So poor guy. You end up seeing a lot of the same faces over and over again. Of course, you have an idea of how they behave, they you know, their level with the game and everything, and he's just going straight line, so gotta punish him. But this Amagi here that's in the enemy Amagi here, he gets pinched between my friendly battleship and myself, and it's just an awesome brawl. This guy nailed the shit out of me in mid-turn. I think he did close to 40,000 damage. So to be in this position and be able to dish back some of that damage, I'm not gonna lie, felt pretty good. But you know, for him, he was dead no matter what. With all of us so close to him, all those torpedoes coming in, topped it off with a Citadel kill on an Atago. And then the last clip here is on Ocean, and you don't chase battleships. And boom, knocked out just like that from full health. This Tirpitz that's a few sectors north of me here, he backs me up like a boss, and you know, I'm doing a lot of damage. He ends up actually doing quite a bit of damage too, but he's it's like the 1-2 punch where I do the initial salvo of damage, and then he does the remaining, and just knocks him out. So if you can find a symbiosis like that with any other player, stick with them as best as you can, because trust me, it goes a long way to securing a win. I mean, I'm steaming right against 4 battleships here, and I have no fear about it. The reason for that is because they're not coming towards me. They're still going away. You know, they're focusing on the other ships for some reason and not turning towards me to properly engage me. And so they're giving me every opportunity to get closer and do more and more damage as I catch them in turns. And, you know, it's just... the way this worked out was phenomenal. And it ended up being... I'll show you in a second, but ended up being a ridiculous total for a ranked match. Now, one of them got wise and started to come after me. I was now in a position where the tables turned instantly, where if I turn towards this guy or turn away, I'm exposed to at least one of the other battleships, and also to the one closing on me if he decides to turn and get his rear turrets in the action as well. So just like that, you can be in a situation where you can have your game ended in a blink of an eye, just like that York earlier. It's not necessarily a problem of his skill, it's just that the tables turned very quickly, and you know, if you can land a shot, that's all that matters, you know. But I had slowed down, and I was in this scenario where I didn't want to give him a chance to ram me, so that's why I actually still have my side exposed. And sure enough, the Tirpitz finishes him off and helps me out, and that secured the win. So normal looking match there, but almost 3,000 base XP and a ridiculous 209,000 damage, which is like I think the 5th time I've been over 200,000 damage in the Amagi, and this is ranked at 7-on-7, so holy crap, that was some work. Just showing some of the results from that night as well, the defeats, the wins, and the high caliber in every single one of these screenshots. You really gotta pull your weight to try to make things happen in ranked, that's for damn sure. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely have more ranked content coming up, and I'll see you back here soon, so take care.